That's right.
In the house of a jar, the Mao Germany, I bet not gun ever lumber. And tell my lumber, but one can't share, also so Baba Sana, Abba, no Bekaha. And Odobuni, S7, Mamma, or Buffy, what I say. And the deal is fast to crying lumber turn, Uncle Ye. Oh, but media, a kunani, the Estom de Ma, Kasa Comodema, Akosua Serwah. I'm not saying say Japadi and the bar, because only one cry, or double new one crab 5 or 6 or so. And to say Japadi, the almost said they are definitely just some money because only no back. But to say no, as a Okubu, as a side check for an upper hand, right? Say Okotari will be a Kunua, BBC, if ever you couldn't see a Biamano, and you're fine, what I say. Until media, new cremo, media, Judge Nani, or more semi. So, what's my one to say? Akosua Serwah legally wife, Tony Nese Kunano, what I say. But it comes to say Japadiani, the Ombuds Mama, Akodobuni, because on any woman, Nanquanity, no function crano. So, media, mainly a unit to, but I think that they might even appeal because, say, on any lawyers, Kasana said, one year to they can appeal, right? For this one, to media judge and idea.
Okay, media judge na anya dear. Okay, we shall for you know say submissions around what but me patch so share media your live our Facebook double platforms so call YouTube so and also multiple platform with me actually nyina kwa na fiadman akofo platform or YouTube on sabeka afeso Coffee Spotlight and Coffee Spotlight so Facebook afeso call Francis Atakra and so platform so abeka ho ntimpacho platform ahuru nyina afeso Instagram on sabetumi akano ewo ho sabra make say doctor da sebre ensa abeka yensa akano ewo studio ha doctor ohinba me doctor say doctor atimenka am so oh okay NDK oh but as say wa beka yensa na empo mu ti say
Yankofo adum menu na bibia bokọ me ho ye pa
Abrani ntino ye antwentwan so bebre doctor abeka yensen ye be pese bebisa no a lawyer abeka yensen bebisa no wo mremu and if ibre asem ni be see and till now the verdict about out as a lawyer no said you hu asem no efa na anso no wo mremu no said ya judge no bu asem no ne kwanso ana the we the meko straight obusia for me ho so kakra ma na meko straight to lawyer ho na enya kwan wa church me mu kakra e dia man
yo menu ade dika ma menchia abusuafo platform isu nyina na me mamu nyina amo se obia submission bia odi ama bia no ye begi atum se twaso na mom yensu ade we se ewiase we na ye wo no emra enye nokore ena nokore enye mra nti se mi define na me obia ati ase se emra nko ena nokore nko ena yemfa emotional so enkasa ewo court the court uye bia no ye ade a enye mra ena wo se court ediye enti se ohwe efri asem ni mfiti ase ebesi na wie ya verdict ne de ba ya se ufa ewiase mu nipa nyina ya omu follow case na omutie na metimi atena mi studio ha na my office ya no maka chiro bodily say about 85% to 90% I disappointed judge during that verdict na or the buy no because sasamu bana say obema verdict na ye massage asem no ye nhwe ne say we anya de nenso ena we anya yi ne enti ye nka ne sa wo de sa ba ye ebe judge asem pe obeyam mfumso de to so biem se obi de enkrata ususu se eye fictitious eye document a enye papa ebe tenda e court di asem a now judge no hwehwemu se sankrata ne nye papa na fictitious document dia e wo se o ma ye make arrest e chi se nipa no so in this case you know certificate na maame Akosua Serwah de bae no na wonte ase anase enye papa ya wu gina sa certificate ni so se sa certificate ni ntino wu gina ware na wo court no mutum a enye yie enu ntini man mi enu nyina ankoye kuna. And mind you, sa judge untimi enka nkyere man mi enu se wo nkoye kuna aya abusua enetimi yi nipa wo ye kuna esan se ubetimi aware be ma bi na bia ummu be ma no na bia uteti be ma no utwitwifa be ma no so ummu na busuafo se be ma ne to a yetimi gina saa ne ma wo ya makeka ne nyina so ekasa wo yenua be ma ne te ase no na ummu no ummu ye abusuafo nti wo kuna no yenye kuna ye yama be ma na wo no ne maame ni nua maanum enya abusua panyin ne yema no ye yema man panimfo na wo fie o mu na jikuna ye de no o mu na agye enti ubetima ware be ma ne fine oti aware ase enso kuna no yanye. So in this case no metima mam so many nkrofo bi o makoye kuna abusuafo ni gya wo mu niema no gu nsuo mansuo buru niema no wabra abusuafo na amfo ansa anka niema no esan se wo mu ni saa oba no eni asetena papa ntino o ma anyi kuna no. So in this case no maami a wanya bese mfia bi wotwe nkono ekonante years elumba na se kwatu ntimi nhye se onkwaje odobroni kuna na obebe kumase abeye kuna no aye de amade oye na mayahwe means se cause entimi oposu kuna emfa mu obi enti se wudi asem na susu se Akosua Serwah documents no enya buya ne fo se o documents na de buy na fictitious enya enti wudi fo kuna no kran ko kuna ne so esan se enya court na kire obi a o so ye kuna enti se me boma asem ni nyina tofa metimi akase mami odi asem na diwi ase hwamo kakra esan se asem we ebetimi a transpire adin sim bebre aba. For example, mind you say yeni e wa kwantu mu no sa aware nkrata ya bi ne yakogigini KMA ni ba bia ya gie bia de be support your document and ye de atum ema oman se wo America wo Germany wo Holland wo England wherever you find yourself bia de ne ko mu accept agini tum yetimi de ware honi ema yenso ye benya asetenapa enei Ghana judge every high court catch say German for marriage certificate na omudi mano enye nti Ghana nyintum enti sansu no enye maami Akosua Serwah na maami aya ne bone sansu na wa hwe be yiniti no na mna bedu se be yiniti na bia ye wure fi the bad judgment bia judge bi koye ya ama sansu no eko Ghana for wa kwantu enti sami boma asem ni nyina atofo na mede mano eba fom na maami na disappoint Akosua Serwah no disappoint Ghana as a whole wama eniema nyina sinitrate a enu achi no wanhwe nsem bi ebekukura ba wa yie na se no wanhwe ani akwakote nsem papa enti judgment no media megitumu a enye yie
yo lawyer me da say I want you to more but me say follow up quick question concerning they are not okay. So per the na judge no can say the reason why not all can say documents no any valid because now supposedly no there was supposed to be a signatory on both sides. According to the judge, there's no signatory on both sides. You know, in this case, once a signature needs to know, office be any valid.
Me my own land, a lazy work, and a nima winimuno, adia winimuno, yesuya. Mami example man, obidin enkrata abreu, watenda, waji, and one say adia nkoyi, adia ne si judge ne kwai say obey follow up. A German a warrior certificate, a sign here. That's the mammy by German for the original no that German for Abema Yamfano Mount, you prepare way no at the amount as a certificate. And the NC judge in a say one forward my German embassy what Ghana say me make me your case be. Na case no obi the certificate way na ba say I am one among the man. na me pese me hunu se eye mu ananya mu because me hunu se aha ya sign ana ya nsan ama jama for na ma that education no now the aba be asem no woto so na wonnim nti se amanfo nyi obi ayi ne de aba me de say na tie me de say na tie nti at the end of the day no se ma me ye appeal ana say so the assembly court international court e de court Den Hague na se ko hwehwem na se wo judgment na wo ma ya no one hwehwem anya hwehwemu ye e na wo ma ya obeka wo asem sei obeka wo asem sei e de na si kwai say ususu se obi documents odi aba high court na nya papa na akwanya wo ho se ba bia wo se odi free ye no obeka wo no atresi na nko wo se maami adenti na de documents nya papa aba na mponka wo se ye chine ne ye twena so na mom wanya sa na nso ade na odi ba ya no e ya ade a ye papa na wogina so abua maami no nti say in this case no se nka ye bibi say ya atem obi a obua ya wo se kokum maami na nti nke nko hwe akira ye nhunu no na chesanke wakum maame no wabra on deserve say owu enti e lazy work
na dey as say e lazy work na mami mfa we nye quick one mami say sanke Akosua Serwah eye wo client aka oba advise say onko for appeal na
appeal the amene ne kura kaza say wonko dada na ya kira ne kwa wonfa so wonko come on na case ya eye case study ma wiase nyina case ya yedi a wiase nyina bi omani omuhwe omunti ye kasa em ye translate ma omu amanfo a e follow me kai abrofo a e follow sa ne maniema wo ya you have no idea now we fin say ye betina ho amena ba be yedi na ba be affect ye ne e wa control said that bi se bi a wunua bi aba be duru ya no peso o ya aware na so no kokofa aware nkrata e bi frigana ba said ye da bi nyina enim se ye no na se se ye nyintumu a antu wunim said the asam no nsunsanso no ya de esitie and enya one nti no wunim how painful it is nti na make us asam we wo ka enye emotional na ye ka so ye ka asam ne for by nsunsanso e de beba ani mu no kure ani mra e wa asam ne mu ani ye ka so in this case is not whereby me pe we asam na me do we ana me gina we yachi ani ye ka o ehun won nsunsanso e beba beti akontufo e wa akontuom eno na o se nyina ye protecting e ma ye interest ne ya dai ekọ rather than and it is good pass abasei nanso no akwanya wo ho se ba bia chi aye bia no ye betimi atretre no na afa no ewiase nyina akoma to omu na pepepe ye ene mra ne no kore atimi aba ba ye adwuma so se Akosua Serwah ya me grant tita de wo kana I would advise Akosua Serwah not even Supreme Court my advice and say onko international court onko Den Hague onko international court onko human right esan say yetieti anfa ahudi yesu agu nanim ase na emom wokọ na safe no kure na won bia ba bedadi a afa another way bi wo ho e betima asa akire no wa bra yegu nanim ase wa bra nipa bi anyam hwehwemu a e wo se wo ye no de baba enti Ghana de tese Ghana kotoko ne has kobobol ne na kotoko she has ya next match se kotoko sa ko she has biema referee beji penalty amana bodro ene odi asem komo wo hini bi se woni a sabi ehimfu ni bi numa sabi wo mu no okoji bribe wa ha no age bribe wa ha wose menana no asem na pai wudi asem ko judge anase wudi akọ court kesiye mu a wugidi se court di mra ne pepepe ye beka ni amasaji asem na in first time in history ya di asem a ya asem pai court se ma na pai asem no obi anifo and obi ani bim uwem kura anka meka se Akosua Serwah ko di bim kakra kire se abusia panyin si Akosua Serwah di kura bankrata e di ye no so on count on self lucky because of say onilumba woma enti na di kura be bankrata ani so by what you call no judge ni say Akosua Serwah ya wa no na odobroni nsu ya wa no na ko to dia na edi munna ekrese lumba ntimi nware oba bi enka Akosua Serwah ho no ya massage asem no te senkra dokono ene ya package no ene ya dia beto maame na boboa no enti so in this case no maame ni gitumonye yi ena obia wo wisdom na unimu mra na woti enkomo na omudina se no oba advice maame ni say onfim ko na nimni asisi no ya massage case no
na
ya we ba to metime buzala ya asem kakra.
Oh, okay.
Is me busa nsem yenu bi no ma me answer.
Mate,
When you guys say we there medical cha na me busa nsem yenu bi. Me pese me busa se de din kan asem potinti a omukọ court no na eden de tosum yenu Akosua Serwah for all this while Lumba on in temte ma obetna gem or free betna Ghana no tena Germany no who say na nyam from so kwan bi so Akosua Serwah ne side na se na from so bi wo mu a afuto ben na wo de be ma se ne ye wo yi ebi ntoye ya de be se omu ye no obi a waso di a ese se wo ye ase hunu ekunu ne yire enti se na Lumba ni on tientimi nyana ma na be kan side of it but or no tiase yi de ye betimi aka timi busa se unyini se na mfunso bi bai na ese Akosua Serwah ntempa na omuntam tie na ese kotu na mo bi a wantuo na akọwie sei na unyini se ye mfunso ne no so one de afutuo na de be ma no
yo mini amedase de atienie ubusa nsem mienu osi asemfu aben no mudi court asem a maame Akosua Serwah de court ne se abusua panyin se ye ja na ware enti se ne din ba wo mu nkrata akra de be ye yie ni mu a na on count ne self lucky enti no anu so kire se ya ware na ware no e wo emra kwan so ya ware ni fia sa ware ni mrem enti court nka bi ma de ogina so de call ayi no no na mini ase ye din komo na ohu e ya na ye wure fini ma bebre wu ya chi o obi si Akosua Serwah ne ja na ware ne to wa is never true. One, me be say men ka wo mo platform kase su mo obi a so nti bi say Lumba onye Ghana ni e wo mra kwa mu no Lumba ne yiri nyina ye German fo muntie nkomo ni ye na wo di a wure be fi wachi na wo se wo ye Lumba ofri Ghana nti ya to ye right no at wo say ye nye Ghana fo biem akwaje o man foforo so passport say when ye free. So in this case no when Lumba was traveling from Germany to Ghana no akwaje visa nti Lumba ye ho Ghana fatu adwunim nti sa Lumba ne yire no when na free na ware ye fie tu kwai ekobo adwaman de atosum ye nunu no when na was sa akoni krom ekoni nki eye hwan Lumba eba Ghana na safa che wadwunim se na onye yarefo onyare enkuta udi e wom ni se obeye project which is allowed as a businessman ubetuma tu kwa akoba bia akoye project ana akoye business enti emunu ena Lumba de kwotwe mpena ode akoye ewi de atosubie se maami Akosua Serwah ni kru Lumba ya nti wo masam a na kire se nkomo bia nkoso maami Akosua Serwah se mini umienu nyina bedi adanse se senka maami Akosua Serwah di Lumba asembe tu social media se de ne nyina ye ka bia enka ye ni Ghana ko eba super maami Akosua Serwah so pese odum ni kru ni career enti search of woman no ya enema bia kwama ni sei no munim ne ekoso ewo oni ni kru ni ntem munim mpradodo a oba Ghana emram no ni nkomo na yedi ni court no sebe pie court kura se 2018 a maami Akosua Serwah ba Ghana no Lumba suma odobroni ma ni ko clinic Tantra Hill fie ni mu ema maami Akosua Serwah enti wana si maami Akosua Serwah eja na ware to ho woni Lumba no hwan ne ja ware ne to ho hwan ne bu ni yonko kwatia wa ware ni mu enti ne nke yanhwe ne se maami Akosua Serwah nso camera no megina na Lumba anka beka say na akire no enti wonu si edi san komo na ni am factor sa ne ma wo nyina me open to you ya wanhwa yen shedan tiasem na siye maami Akosua Serwah ni kunu no omu ye German fo emram omu nya Ghana yes omu free Ghana de nanso imprempre de yo ma deny Ghana ene o makoji to mikrata e kire se omu ye German fo enti wanu so wanhwe ni ya wanhwe a wonti ho nase enti wanu ntiremu kakra metimi akira atin se kakra bia wati ase wanti ase so a na wo bibia pese menka nso so a I'm ready
dia me na me pese me kani unse aware aye ka ware asem nyina no ya ware court pra the Bible
no Mr. Answer because maybe so will be so different questions and can lawyer bet me answer then quickly we come back to the studio me pa cho be so question for my lawyer and sana ya to so a
and come me media apana ko
yeah
dia na me pese me kani say aware a worry say obesensan or court say obesensan or court ni nyina no ye the Bible kan obi aware or the Bible kan and na biblically ade atete aware mi adwamamo enti me fam no Akosua Serwah ahu se ni kunu wabadwaman se the lawyer kan odi ka be mana ko badwaman ade na na si kwan se ogina ifre ana de anamo bi ese se otufa sa adwaman na ni kunu afi na chi akobo no eye no wanye because enema bi wa me de ntia me to me who say Akosua Serwah no mfum so bebre no waye no biblically o kono kunu ba ware no the Bible by se Bible ni me de ma se me yire se bibia kire so anu na kohwem na hwe kenkan na fa
bro me pa cha udi ni ase
ya fra mo hene ba
were you there who fi se ni pa bia na enyam sumni se de wo ye sofo a wo kan obia na ko wa me ba odi atwantwan were you there say olumba e wa no wo enkrata mu no wo the Bible to ho na wo ho would the example now? Me example now we know by and going straight into Lumba and Akosua Serwah's marriage. Say or the Bible to him. Okay, and the Bible now kanano was it some muba kokoba jamaya. Opa mana awarija yanguma and now opa afachano. And so in this case, Lumba kobo jamai and an irene de channel. Lumba was telling Akosua Serwah say, or Pasewa wuma bebre, and Tiabi Akosua Serwah suma Lumba I say, Ubet me a wo, Ubetimpna menko ware, say, Sansam win and I make you say, woman ye social media and crofo. How many times in a Lumba and Poya dear some tone so Ghana, or no about social media so be yinano, what be that?
Who be that?
Thank you. And to one me and no warrior, Mammy Chow. Okay, now, Muntia de American me many Akosua Serwah ni kojo fosunyina atena. Muntia ye. Meaning from the Genesis, ebedru baby a edri. Inti say sometimes in some me can some na one rekra na me jamra any asem na ato na me kofa emotional e dia behim. Sawunia baby atu kwan nana braba boy ni sika wanya nyina odi invest wo bema bi mu bema na koka ne da yeso a kire no. How many musicians na ubegru nipa bese 20 now this case how many of them and betimi kura ba abonten 120 ni nyina untimi nya bibia mfiri ba maami wei edi ni sika hyase Honorable Kokofu eya dansini Nene Champon eya dansini Lumba di oyina dansini a owu any a lot of people yenim wo mu eya dansefo edi sika be shame e ma daye no efifiri
ntina lo ya mi twa
why you be say
lo ya mi twa ntina mi busa say for all this one wunyini Akosua Serwah no wo yemfum so ba bia e mistake awaya eni na ya bia ko onye because the ye kanyina no ade a hadwene won say okay why a lot of investment in Lumba and then akoba ni say all these why investment na watena se ha de ye kanyina no ye de toto ye de ho na o say ye kina no ebi ntumi no mienu edi ne afutuo be na ade ba me say me no oba ate ne na de Lumba
ohineba aya na watena se ana na ya na me mpese ye ka. So what Nasiana no? Ye fun say Akosua Serwah Lumba kura ko Ghana no when si woda. Eno na ya na me pese ye ka. Number 2. Meba number 2. Say obabi twa nwoma akọ mani kunu say. Mi susu say emu amaboa wi nyina no de odi damasene makoma mpe. Why you say? Oni we yada. Why you say? Empose say matimpo klase yesi wakọ akọfo oba afoforo. Ya waware no enti kwadwo sanete de a kakra me ne wo no chem ne fa me fama me na me nko no na se Akosua Serwah ntu anamon be ma ne se da
okay
me nchem fa de ma da enu ni ba bia edi aba beduri
that's it okay I feel
ya di asem to Akosua Serwah so opposing Lumba Ebeka be 2 to 3 months amalumba wu 10 good years ansana ni kunu ba be yiano enti me pese me ma picture yemwe Lumba himself no ne Akosua Serwah no said the omu bobrete ye said the omu sunu omu ban ete ye said the omu sindi omu nkomo efa yɛmfi wɔ mu mmienu nyinaa enti me nua hwan na say wɔ hene ba Akosua Serwah ntu anamon Akosua Serwah write a letter to the husband say ekwaya wo de minam so no afi watete mi ama mi firi mi ni paduam enti kakra me no mmienu anya no che na family ma me na me nkɔ did Lumba accept Lumba yɛ enti Akosua Serwah onye nkosi hibiem enti nyese ma me tena ase de nsa hyɛ ne damri fam wa bra wantu anamon wotu anamon na bema no ana accept no onim sɛ baabi ɔde ne yire na bɔ nwuma kɔ akoduru ne ho a wahoahoa no sɛ nkurɔfoɔ koraa te sɛ wɔne ne yire ne ntam atete a wanhwɛ bɛyɛ afɛte no ɛno nti na wanyɛ saa nneɛma no nyinaa maame Akosua Serwah anim sɛ Lumba pɛ ma paa wɔnim ɔyɛ awɛ paa ebia na wo yere ɔma akora na obi nkodi nkɔmmɔ ba wɔno deɛ na onim bia kɔ so bia Lumba koraa woi ama maame Akosua Serwah na tete akora no hwɛ akora ne maame nyinaa enti so this woman na yɛka no yɛka nipa bi a ɔwɔ abadaye ɔwɔ ahumɔborɔ ɔte wɔdɔ ase na ɔyɛ ne nneɛma different sɛdeɛ mimi ne umienu entimi nyɛ enti wanhwɛ ɔbɛyɛ accuse maame no apɔnte so many blames enti so this letter na ɔde kɔma ani kunu no ɛdeɛ ba bia ma ne expect sɛ nka maame no nyɛ ɔmra social media medi ne nkɔmɔ ana ɔmegu n'anim ase ɔne ne kuru ne nkɔko ana sɛ ɔnyɛ de enti ɛhɔ no de nkyerɛmu ɛwɔ no nyɛ sɛ maame no ntu anamon Akosua Serwah ɛyɛ ne fam die obetimi
okay lawyer me das papa ya das say yeto nsafra na wo be chechem ni momu edit my erase emo ene ekasa
menso me dem see bebre enti anytime be my door is open to say mo ba say mo ba me nche ni edi nkomo a ebre bia no yebetimi edi nkomo nti me dem asesam so moto mo nsafra me ne nananom akantinkafo no a me wura no mo studio ho no nyina nyame nhyire obi bia na obi adwenkyere a o kyere bia ye papa obi adwenkyere bia a o kyere bia ye because said you sit ti asem na sefa ene ho adwenkyere and will be at no. We are not condemn anybody or what platform you say one can ask them ye a common addition and yenina ye di. Then you said yenina can any attraction and interest in where they man. Yenina bashi who ye said ye baya sakes we no a be a mamma for ye no be a better say was some beam. Onyanko pon camunamo no shram. Minim said that for frono, Mess animus ye beam. Madam was a samutomans aframe. Mutomans aframe. Yamin shramopa, Madam was.
Yeah, that's what our lawyer. I mean, sure. For you, back to the studio. Now, you have a chair and come on church and so. Lawyer, be church and some baby at the minds. If you could see from the Genesis till now, issue no. But maybe now, maybe answer na wo na maybe on channel na maybe answer na me call lawyer. And if what me can. Okay, I'm saying if Ahmanatako. Me hu say oba ye hima ba akopa so abeka yensa. Oba ya wo.
Mpacho me wa ha no.
What me nka? Papa. Okay, mate. I'm say the nkomo ye di afa the verdict about Lumba abusiafo ne yere ne kana sa ma no ma ye manfom. Ne yere mu nyina issues about ye what's the lawyer and Chechuma about me, Pacho? What's your take on it? For the verdict, any the lawyer and kind.
And the lawyer kind dear, he did a wonderful job explaining the BR. Now, the na mean somebody confused. Kakrebi was gonna say if legally, Akosua Serwah is still the legal wife, and you BR no, just like lawyer said, a kind no, maybe perhaps judge no, it was an oversight for the judge to go back to Germany to kind of look at the documents to make sure that legally they're still married. But then again, my question to lawyer is say, if legally I'm married in one country, does that apply to different countries' laws? And moreover, so no, maybe want to say if their lawyer cannot is accurate, then Lumba is definitely aware because I think say beginning no na me confused kakra. Because I was saying to myself, say, how can an educated man what's not abroad rational? Why didn't he put measures in place? Why didn't he put wills and maybe in place so that said that should be some day when you know what happened. But according to lawyer, no, Lumba was aware. And then therefore Lumba also had some kind of bitterness, anger towards the first wife or no. Needed to say and say Ejapade na ọmụ ọkụ hụ. At the end of the day, are they really considering the kids, the children, that the offspring that Lumba left behind? Let's say hypothetically speaking now, and Japade be anywhere a money me but rather it will be split among the children. Can we also look at it from that perspective? Intermediate at the end of the day, it's so busy. I mean, but in all cases, no. At the end of the day, no, they need to think about the offsprings of these, of Lumba. Not they should make sure say every one of his offsprings are well taken care of. Not necessarily say man, but the children. That's my take. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Oba. Papa Obaya. For your submission. Quickly, my main kind comment ahora aba na yentria. So we ewo free Felicia kunedu enche. I say Francis is wrong. Define marriage. What happens to 1 second here? What happens for what happened after the 17 years? And for 17 years, she couldn't go to court. Now she is dead. What else? So she failed as a wife. That is all. No point for her to have even go to court. The idea also Mabel or say so that means ordinance marriage is useless. Mabel again also what a shameful country. And way if in Nana Abina and chance that man called Luma is very wicked. Well, Nana Abina also God bless. Mama Akosua Serwah, and then to me last message I mean every day was a good evening. This is me, Joe. Yeah, that's so to me about Kai face. So, and I'm going to say more to me. Share media, Sabri, more share our platform as a whole. The patch of Facebook, Kofi Spotlight. I face so yeah, and if you have my coffee board platform, so submit me account. I face so we'll call Francis YouTube, and also on Sabaka. Yeah, if you have my coffee board our YouTube, Francis Takora our Facebook. I face so tweet. And TikTok Kofi Spotlight and Instagram Kofi Spotlight. Quickly, I'm saying what topics no also, but to me we might continue next week. But quickly, and if still I want to, I'm saying line I am very poor, my member back now. My member like doctor for the explanation. Lawyer be mine. What's your take so far? Any your perspective?
No, I mean, lawyer Kanye, that's exactly what I was talking about. So he was just, confirming what I was saying.
Okay.
Like, I mean, that's exactly my point. Say, marriage is marriage. What you say? To say, right now, Oba was asking questions about, you see, Lumba Akosua Serwah, they are not Ghanaians anymore. But yes, Ghanaians. Law no the German law no still no judge no based on the German law. But fortunately, the law of Germany, law of US, law of UK, law of Ghana, any country practicing democracy, they practice, Oba and so worry back, Bema and so worry back. Almost universal, and yet totally universal, but almost. Lawyer me the only thing I can say when he said next time, because this is a very, very current and broad and important topic, and can they say, and I think I would lawyer on Kwaba.
Okay.
What do you say? Because I feel like I was happy because I feel like he needed more time to explain things. Me say 70% of Ghanaians based on what they heard on social media.
Okay.
What do you say? Based on what they heard on social media, baby, because New York was based on law. Based on law. Say, we a side chick, no matter how long you stay with somebody, you can never be the wife. Me feel a judge, judge made him. Judge or any part. judges, they are human beings. Sometimes they make mistakes. Your court to me was some way. Now some appeal. Now different courts. I shall some new year. Now my judge to say lower court no was some new year or my mistake. Oh, they are human beings. They are judging based on laws. Laws no. And with different interpretations. It means so what? Tell your car. Oh, the beginning, me catch you say what stopped the court from contacting German embassy to authenticate that document? Because do you remember? And the lawyer said the same thing. What you say? Lawyer said the same thing because this is the court. Court, remember, asam na ubuano. A bit to me, be glad to me committed suicide because of a court
wrong judgment.
Yes. Into ubuasam now. Make sure say we buasam ni ye. MOBI atene ho ase obi agye atumu se emwaye na eba ye no pepepe sa na ese ye intino you cannot sit in the courtroom when you're German which I say when you're German expert in knowing documents
okay
enunti ena wo school or Ghana na wo ba ha yes for the document transcript ni bibia no go take it to this institution na omo evaluate and no mo no be ka kire yen say okay, you evaluate it, authentic, say into Monfani school. No, you cannot just take your certificate from the school and walk to any institution here as a school. What do you say? Into court, should have done that. I understand emotions are rising, people are, but Masa, our so Germany, so Mokuntoko, so Abuna Sumo, so Wayedeo. On paper, did they divorce? If there was no divorce in here, and found say Akosua broni, Akosua Serwah won't penasemu, say we penasemu kura and family nimuno. But the law is the law. Wa worry. Into no wa obe bata hono. So when I share no, when I want share no, you sympathize with you, dear. But about the law there, marriage is marriage unless the divorce are happening.
Okay, about the law, marriage is marriage. And if you say why I bit in and out, what do you mean? Can if you
Metal Kabam said, baby, I'm on the network.
okay, and you quickly know.
Miss before I said, I'm not fiaban, Miss. 1 second. Miss. The ambassador, Dr. Sankatias, and say, why are the verdict on the final? And yet, the only verdict I'll be doing Jinaswaka because we say some idea. You're the content of the document, why some koji. Now for your study. So, Nimza, I mean, some Rebecca. What to say he make pronouncement of the judgment, but the content of the judgment in order that it is some mean can't now say Emma say when yet that cross check no German and son of this have to do but the moment China the full content of the verdict no young quadrilla in King Kabi near Kwaji allow for no Kwajik in Kaya and you say I'm going to appeal and as on your me not me interested and interested but me how you know say our said Dr. Sankei Kano. But as a wife, maybe to one maybe name the back room. Ye Jawari or Ghana. Me am citizen official near Jawari Ankasa. Me call and I'm catching them on my citizen until some me know about in Nako court. Akoya finishing. Because Obano Kroma dia, Yankoya finishing. And I called my ex-wife. I'm so me call me citizen. This one tiasi am yan koya me hold on also koya the safety be catch and also okay ni ye koya onu maso obuza me say ye me ntum say be Jawari na Ghana ye say an ye oni bibia na ye say oni hwe obi na obi ani and no be information no so Ghana dey so dey koya silese enti aye den a me nyini say judge ne be go without doing any verification say trust hakeke so no me nyini sa and say the judge ne dey kan no ko ani asem ni ye.
But a quick correction. Per the statement or say it's not valid.
Valid means he has done a cross check. Means that he knew why he said it's not valid because he has done a cross check. He has done his background check. What mean you never be so valid? But we need evidence. Evidence will be in the final verdict of the court. And when say my minister no can no say enye valid no he based on this and that and they can say enye valid.
And about me say you and I were not there.
Okay, mami kwa if you have said time need to mami kwa if you real quick. Arevi, what's the guy?
Yeah, I'm talking kaya.
Okay. I'm said the lawyer submission. I'm sorry in and out to table kakra. And the year can patch out submission is in.
Yeah, mate, we no there. Honestly, no. Mimi who is a huge judicial blow to the country. And we not a test case for every Ghanaian beer or we are say when somebody is legally married in a different law jurisdiction, if that marriage is certified in his or her own maybe biological home, and more controversial. Kakra ntina ke person hu say judge no betimi adi asem no na odi yi ato yi na ate ho ase, but based on the meme hu ne nra no there was no judgment here. Yendi asem no the judge used her own discretion to say okay, me pese muminu muyekuna enye draw na asem fa na asem ko, because on pese ye benya like faction say we edinto we ewini we na oba be kuna no na on penisa okay ye mamo platform back mu na munye kuna say the initially busua penny no e kan no nti no mimi hu ni say judge no when di asem no so yes odi asem ne dia enka e wo see enya winner. That's why in football crowd you both draw you two penalty kicks near the who determine say win a cup in the man, but we know it was not done like that because they want it to be like the two man in a kunano. It's on say papa no ware womo na wo ifi and about could your sign any Germany which violate Lumba from getting into another relationship or maybe finding somebody different. And yes, she should in some and sign your boy. That is why the judge told Ubi as unfound evidence, Emra. Based on what happened, Akosua Serwah lawyer to me presented certain document. So when a judge never counts, it's subject for you to also do your verification and then investigate and find out if the document they presented to you a lawful document. If it's a lawful document, then you hear those people who brought the document, into an account for themselves life to the court. But this incident, although broni when me and valid documentation, I say traditional pictures, videos, and I say be a substantive eyewitnesses say you worried. Say you worried a private one. Papa no what the kind I want to baby did that. And he said, although broni abusia for no say be me fi ahoho and I fi baby e ba be jemo de sia mo baby say o wo yere. Oka say ma ware pen na megya e say mo demand divorce certificate every bema no enche ansana mama ni tumi so nya den onware mo ba no so when me am provide it means the credit bi eni ho ontimi nya den e me fa mo de hye ko mra mu nim say papa no e celebrate your tonyum obi enim say o yere a odi Akosua Serwah te bia member chantro obit ma be line so me ne me yere no ye jai but no boa verbally na wa beka but ye kohwe neme mu ana entisa eno no odobroni ebusua for ma anye judge no entimi amiso odobroni say even though say secret where they cry and engagement na mo ye be hia video bi mo de wan ena nanu ya na mo ware even me mama kra ne me papa ne me nana we o me nana kra picture o say mo me nana picture so what you say so odobroni ware say 2010 na we ase bi ye betime nya video na picture betime a chese wa ware ana ya ware ebi ka say na lumba no odobroni na atna ne nchen fine. Who are German citizen? You are not a Ghanaian anymore. You are in Germany living with Oyerene Oma. And then you decided to abandon them, come to Ghana. Over Ghana, so what about Brababel in Sia? Again, punishment. Na yachin, sadi. I don't know, Lumba, 7 years and 4. even though when you have married issues with Mami Akosua Serwah, what prevents that Lumba from say or ending sa marriage? Now I say divorce certificate. Now man who can no befa and might be up. And then say next time no can no traditional and they will be to me for the door. But what you mean conquer wedding or Germany? Now some couple be back. Cry. Not judge, what to me and share idea way in answer or Germany and one crack also. And I brought before the Lumba Benyan and Kratano, they were German citizen. I saw what answer. But they go document. Man, now I am document Marco Beden German and Kratano.
Yeah, and there's any card them watch it.
Yeah, because it so with it. Legally, the man is attached to somebody. That is why he was able to get Nenkrata or the bed in Ghana. Because Germany, before I German citizen, I saw one. I just only be a Woba or German, my warrior Woba. In this case, I'm more Germany. So it means that you are documenting Germany, Germany, by your. Ultimate to Ghana and Casse, German law, value near Moyano, but our rubber worry, Mamma Akosua Serwah or Ghana, dear. What you have to, what to be that? Sabe, Yansen judgment and Yansen be an baby. A year way to appease both a man, but yes, certain bad president at to her, Ama, Yenian, this time around, or baby, our honor, or baby bunny Kunua. TV is here a Kumu money I didn't have because when you decided that man, any of Banner, a cocoa and him no, and Mabel near the idea. If you are only quiet brain, a baby do about from and chair 1 minute. You know, him say side chicks, enjoy chain wives, side chicks not enjoy. Audio mupie, audio a secret vacations near the other, which make iron trouser who took an out of side chick called it, or you crowd funding vacation. Mami Akosua Serwah breath for 17 good years. That the Lumba abandoned on the Nkwala. I bet to Ghana. On name of the house. Yes, you are on about from air. Was I by 18 cockroom social media and a future moon for the near the Check what enough for pay much trauma, torture move, or say we used to Kunaka cancel about the year. I wish was 1 penny on him. I'm an air pre Kunano, or also baby, because I'm not on the woman. Yantimi and Shafi and come for ye and 2 years, and ya kata so, and I person will be a yebi, never I'm a cosuko, Yaudimu. Remember, dear, Samimi Abani Akosua Serwah academic catcher and say, Beman said you were tears your crown for Buama, the Jow Hakot baby, Ako, yes, I your coin, Wanko Yard for Oko way or Bako Boy Jamai against Emrana, Mother Warrior over Germany. And then he declared, oh, boycott and I did. Minna can make boycott to a and so be a so, Nipalu, or tears a crown, 1 for 1 year who move. Lumba bet Ghana. Yes, so Lumba, so Lumba, yeah, in Twinka. Now for no Lumba now. No money Lumba or Yere. And a lumber seen a Chiba, Germany. If Germany bet Ghana. I dear man, a 7 on Bisano. And what Lumba near a man in Member Bushapon, and to no moon news of this. While I am number no class to Mr. Pony Yere to go on for Frano, you become water. Sabe, I'm up for my men abroad. To me, the Messiano, a bay cry. A year coming in Siasia. And I say, you will a bay tokwa. Missing tokwa the best you Kumasi or Salum by you. With all the script of the Babina and tokwa bisi with us. Because to be a bonway. I never question so yeah. So dangerous as Sia Menoka say, date a bay year. The Busia 13th December. Lumber near Bansonia Akosua Serwah was almost for the 14th March next year. I come back to is not 13th December. Lumber, yeah, by 13th for December. The year the funeral Akosua Prison. Now do next year 14th December, 1st March. Akosua Serwah so there. Akosua bring for Mama to Kwako Yifuno. Now so Kwako Yamu finally ana. Sam sabe.
So Lumba so see ope. And since you are not so we share. So so see ope. Yes, you we are near to Funo na chef fridge. Next time I say this you.
Yeah, dear.
Oh my God.
Olumba ye dear. Manhyia bɛyɛ yere nti yaw ɛndeɛ mɛma ne haw dɔ mo piri nyinaa no manhyia bɛgye yie na yɛ ma mo
Okay.
nti wo deɛ montwɛn sɛ ba sɛ yɛ sɛ mo kɔse otumfoɔ nananom sa hyɛ aseɛ enti wɔn na nso nananom wɔn kɔ so wɔn ka kyerɛ sɛ wɔn kɔtena se nyɛ nhyɛ ti ɛntwa manhyia bɛgye yie na yɛ nti dɛ mo yɛ abotire hɔ deɛ the date ni deɛ it will be fixed but unim yaw me nyɛ sɛ meka saa wɔ o yɛ adeɛ baako ne sɛ mo yɛn ka nkyɛn yɛ maame Akosua Serwah sɛ wayɛ mfomsoɔ
Wayɛ mfomsoɔ
bebree eti na mi kotu lawyer sɛ eti ma sɛ luba kɔware ne yira Akosua Serwah no wafa baabo ankɔma na yere aware deɛ ware nyina de bible kɔ sɛ bi nkramofoɔ koraa de ɔmo kora akɔ eti adwama mo na titi aware mu hwɛ de ya asɛm a yɛkan wɔde wafa saa ɔha mu nyinaa for all this while the 17 years no woni lumba mi no wana kɛsɛ ɛsɛ kodi ka wuo kaya wa Akosua Serwah na ɛsɛ ka di ka wuo but what trust yɛ ha eti mfomsoɔ bebree na maame na yɛ what I say eti sɛ na ɔka no me no yɛ adwe yɛbɛtumi akɔntwa so kɔ nipa no korɔ ne nya asɛm no odi obi o
nipa ɔne ne nya asɛm saa bere oni hɔ bio busuafo da mo nyinaa ase so quickly no Francis maame mɛgye wo last commission sɛ yɛakɔ yɛ next sɔpɛm sɛ yɛbrɛ no aso at this very moment I start
me doctor any lawyer no they've said it all right or hinebana on the otai odobuni this one lawyer said it all what I say and as a judge no I knew diligently with her work what I say one you show me yes and people are following this. They are learning. Until only you to trust cry in judicial law for the Ghana cry and you're good. Oh, and na you see me what I say. We say mo chair me, but I'll cry me soon but no my cost no one dear. Oh, and maybe because I call you baby intina or yes. Oh, you know, some kind of maybe. Oh,
you're not too contempt. Who evidence?
It's something maybe, you know. It's something maybe, you know. And what the lawyer was saying, what the lawyer was saying, or no motive. Into one a course. Or no motive. Apart from say, all can't law, no, no motive. Into and chakwa cry. It, I mean, said I'm kind of most year as your pencil on ye, but media, I'll prefer say on appeal this. What I say now, young fan of Queen and talk the essay to TJ account on.
Okay, that's my main comment session and I mean kind Nana Abina I say God bless Mama Akosua Serwah and then also Wesu Efiri Priscilla or say there was no divorce. Priscilla, I feel so. I say, where Yabdi, Lumba was very greedy. Although Bruni, you think you have won, God will judge you. Quick one, Wesu Efi Mabel Hall. I say, my parents married in 1968 and still have wedding pictures. Again from Charlotte, I will never listen to his music again. Wicked man. Rebel again as a judge, the judge have taken bribe. Hey, when they say, "Oh, you need evidence, but on one I can't ask them." So we leave it like that. I said, "Oh, sis, Charlotte." I said, "Oh, sis, with this one too." She was just referring to Charlotte quickly. Nah, young queen. And my advice to women: never help a man to succeed in life, or later he will leave you for younger woman. Hey, maybe that's what I can do. Also, to raise children in abroad is very difficult, and you can go crazy. To Yao Edu, where is the original marriage certificate? Blessing, I say she will cry blood. Okay, once again, exactly 2 p.m. at the couple 3 p.m. And them say you're bringing topic me a little bit deep into na mama ya check akrano. Me pa said ubetumi ahwe no wo YouTube Kofi Spotlight. Me pa ubetumi subscribe wo Kofi Spotlight. Afi so ubetumi akọ Kofi Spotlight wo Facebook and also na wo follow wo at the same time so ya anafia juma nkofo bo and also YouTube ubetumi ahwe no ho so na Francis Atakra no so ubetumi ahwe no YouTube at the same time Instagram and so ubetumi follow wo ho Kofi Spotlight and then tweet Kofi Spotlight ni nyina ubetumi follow now or subscribe to your YouTube channel no our YouTube busiafo say anahwa sa luma sa me beje ye hours ni nyina manasa aje ya time ni nyina which is very necessary because see hwe ni nyina na there's a lot to be learned from this, right? Dodo ara ho a betumi esua every day esi mu na dodo also betumi esua biribi ewo ma me kan message real quick me famcho na yenko also I know someone that have worked with the judge and she told me if you are wrong you give the judge money she will make you win. Hey, who evidence or there? I am very sad. Oh, mama Bumpoma and ma Akosua Serwah we from Mary Gifty Boatma and a buyer. My memory studio. Na menji answer your topics and can quickly far the unemployment rate in Ghana as well as the cost of living in America, the economy in Ghana, senior dollar buy or more day a buy a tick over test and I'm 11 air 12. We don't know which the direction the country is going. That money that was put into the decision, they could have used that to open companies for the youth to get employment, to bring more money back to the system. But however, no, we can go back. But my member back to the studio and let's quickly look into the Lumba issue. No, now menje obia ne submission. My member Oba, last submission on this very issue.
On this Lumba situation, dear, I hope that they will find peace. I hope that this will also open doors for laws for Emra to be set in place. Maybe they were not aware of. Maybe this is the time. If you are legally married to someone, maybe number one, this is time for all the wives to also wake up and make sure that proper documentation when it comes to assets. Things are written in place. Meaning, say, Ghana, I think say they take over. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that we value traditional marriage more than court wedding. If I'm wrong there, but I just hope that this will open the eyes of many people to really instill certain things in place. Everything will be split 50-50. Everybody will be happy, and then we carry on. Just like you will be kind. But let this all be a lesson, not just for the wives, but a man also so tada more relax kakra. And baby and also you, especially when you have children, you have to think about your offspring. You have to put measures in place because this is the outcome. That's it.
You which this is outcome. Where the
Makapa because the mema mohajing. Mohajing.
Yeah, doctor.
Yes, me
The patcho submission, last submission on
yes.
issue.
Before I go on now, Obai says no one sure say traditional marriage in Ghana respect you, say white wedding or say honestly speaking, Ghana traditional wedding is not even recognized. We bet me about who do we for still Albano crab catch or say we are now worry. I just say white weddings and I don't feel we name say worry. And you can put your bar on. And then court also recognizes marriage that is registered. It's not. It doesn't even matter. Say we are a traditional and I say we are white wedding. Once you go to courts and then you sign documents, say worry no. Now, law.
Correction. Quick correction on that. By Ghana law, tradition, Ghana law, no, tradition is accepted. However, it has an extent because they allow you to marry more, right? Almost accepted to a certain extent, which the law also allows you to marry more. And just almost by law, however,
Okay, there's a difference between accepted and recognized.
Okay,
Accepted, fine. Obianim is accepted. Make me a traditional marriage, and it's accepted. I can live with a woman. But when you go to court, what do you say? Accepted means not. Court make me like I say we don't recognize it. Once it is not on paper signed by both of you, court can't recognize it. That is why one of them was asked to go and bring marriage certificate. It doesn't. They won't even ask you. Say, "Mo worry wo kukuom, mo worry wo obuoso, mo worry wo Greece, mo koya worry no he." They hear say for paper break. Just say one worry. It doesn't matter how you did the worry. So Ghana. Traditional marriage, of course, is recognized, but not is accepted, but not recognized by the law. Until now, why traditional imponents still you have to go to court. Now I could sign it, not judge assign it. I judge to say our way, yajitum. And me just say, who bet me sure about Ghana? Oh, maybe I mean your wedding, but me traditional wedding. Who know baby and worry Ghana that? Who Ghana says here. Na kase when your baby or person call worry no me mean your white wedding person here kitu be traditional marriage obia oba bia enye omo pe wed na kase ne ya hye corset na me omo furu no ntumi home no anu bi na omo pe nti later no akwa court dia no nti enfa no nto nche nia be eya futuo mo obia emmema ene emma ye nyina enye case dia but say wadanfo abodwe say share na wodi so is with you because it just to be told you at any time. Into a lesson. We all got to learn from this one. And it say, what you come? No one nishi mpona phone your iPhone about kupempona. Yankrata atom say me wa iPhone way, pese kwame ba ho. iPhone way, pese kwame yere ho. Ana ko be bushe penny ho. Anya sa wu a piece edi piece. Wu saman enhu bi da. And I feel so no. Wa warrior. Mweni enka wa munem. What do you say?
Okay.
Yes, enka wa munem. These things is because somebody was married and then decided to have a side chick. And I'm away in our bars. You see, I in crash and care day. I and I social media. Casabibre. Tafu to Abidima Union.
Let us say, and your foot to a medium, my main call ya hot. Now, information. Yeah.
See, me can't chat on here and send me no back here. Me suspect say Lumba near Akosua Serwah was a friend. Akosua Serwah no na maybe there was a problem before Lumba moved with the bar Ghana. Maybe she and a Lumba to buy because there is an audio about on here. Lumba near Bama near Akosua Brempoma. Kasa or Chese, do baby no. Say Lumba koye mas ne masem ya koye masem na Akosua Serwah kokan. Ena Lumba neno nya ntawatawa ntema Akosua Serwah say the baby akoba wa Ghana. So sound them ko me so to nema craft a window more there many. Edi Lumba so. Emma Lumba ye homeless. Oh there many ho ansana Lumba. Ekunya o baby. Ona jokot na sa oba ne chem so bana no ne twin pra Akosua Serwah ko che no. Okotna ne che kakra ansana e ho no kra mpo no say e hu sense bi kra ma eno so koje onege no ko yes say Canada like omo on entiasia pemu ma ge no ko grant ko je loan of 20,000 euros at the Lumba chief kano no the bet man Ghana entiasia all free abuchi na kasana timi say on Akosua Serwah one time say there was an issue and oban face so Akosua odogboni but odogboni o se ni fie a wadi ene ne ba pani ese so 50 years old sahin now okeka bugoma e ma hu se Lumba fa odogboni no ya kwala ndi ase Lumba e che na renga ena one ne konyem de ena wakonyim obi ba or the quarter of the Bunebusa for any no. And I'm say, Hono no share, say, hey, ye buy Wuninia and Wafano, Anyam. Yede, Yempe, or have be a warren. And two to whom it was a share, they say, Lumba, the warren. Sakola, because Wakonyam, no Akoladisa. Who Lumba Pia or Timun. Net down with them. Akosua Serwah info so near the Gasobo. Only in a church tell or that said it. Even though there was a dispute, but Omanja warren or the Betna Ghana. And you know, we are still Lumba Pia that was seen in Crabba times 1, 2, 3. Or no me house from Akosua Serwah of friends or double in a bush and another apartment. It is Obana Beba Lumba Wa. Obeba Nipi in the dining. Honor, near the pictures what living room normally. So it tells you just still on your banner there was a connection, but officially all bank no. The final one. Akosua Serwah Utimia Mame Kasa. No you diache. I don't think they was a kind piano. Court ya ma nkwan kuna ISO ni odobruni enche no. You mistake. Even Tama Modi assembly court no kra enka cross examination nka mame and the internet enti yetumi ye video call anase bia obetumi ye ne o lawyer na kase court no ye ma kasa through video na wan kasa di hu adanse se me ma wale kojo posu ye sia ha ye wedding wa Ghana ye baby o Germany enti o ye mi kunu be ni sabri me ni njae me ni divorce certificate ne mo mi kuta marriage certificate. Any divorce certificate, mikuta marriage certificate. It was a kunu. It means me mobile me mama yekuna because our no abaimu. That is the original one. Legitimacy will be added to Moria Fanina. I caught the whole world. One to me and yes, sir. Court umpo. What the asema for court where you are down for so are down for the ninemu. Non kawa some more court. A dear and some pan you maybe so are down for no bet me a convince judge and I say I'm pounding lumba. Mimi tie minim pipi pitimi ehun pipi BBM minim Dr. Sanka mitimi hu ni BBM asanka so nimi ontimi hu ni BBM se ba se ye twitwa enyim o court ba se me na de no ye de di mi na me amigina court na me yi me nsem ano a minim baabi a bishia dade lumba minim baabi a mena ne ye ware enti Akosua Serwah wanu na waka tum na nu na na di wunya no kasa o kasa ubewu wan kasa ubewu e die ne fi hu kwan se Lumba torture wa obetimi aba bonten aba beka wantimi anko abusuafo kra mfa sabe de odi wu fam no anko to abusuafo ani mana entino enne judge ni kontompo a wagidi ase wiase afana no eyewo wala kadasika attitude ene nam so masemu omubu ya ye che ne pe semu mieno munye kuna enti mawei enye asuade so tina bio bema bi foforo na akwakoware bio no the nsanfo alumba de diwi ebidi wa ma meka sa talk brabonte na be chechire mu nsemu akire nkofo eno na betimi ade esebu ene ebia wona anu lumba bre pa but obi afa ekwanchen ene oba be che japade ni anampo se bi kura ne mado so benya na dodo kura de acha obre na ya medama se hana medama
Neda mo ase ha na me de mano AC mame quickly no me enko ba me sanka ebusiafo se dwumadi de me mrenda bia 2 p.m. at the 3 ase dia me kan ene no topic na ye fa ye no ya de a ye little bit broad and intina mana ya check account but technically it's just on an hour program ye bibia won sabe kan wo YouTube and Facebook so Instagram and TikTok at the same time. Mamenko yiho ohinba
Yeah.
mission.
The make chatuni. Say we buy the platforms they make me jina kwenta kro. We no support to me, but you know the me attack I say yeah they on me nya. Asanka say on me nya ya na fi go wakato bomb. Oba no so wo mu so ono so ba me hu de odene nam aso oka bi aso onka bi no de ne nam
Ya jangwa.
so no kra de
Kawasem wo. Ngwa kawasem.
emfom so Akosua Serwah ye no kra nim ni ye nyina mfantu ye hofo se ye tie yi ye tie kwantum se ya de asi no ebe serve as a deterrent to yen ye wote ase no omuyonu de omasam no de se asi Akosua Serwah wontwa da bi nko ware bio nko na ya na afi akoka bibi a kire beba bi onware bio agbabere wawie omtrase no hwere na no problem bi anim ne mom de ambasa mekani se yentwe ma court no verdict na ajeje for no konkoje na omo study na yenhwe se appeal bi betumi abamu a ba be de mu sa appeal kra baso ni so kwa the end of it all ya period dey dey CNCC no o ya period no dey dey o mfa nye hwe oh tina me ka se ahyase no Akosua Serwah no na se kodi dwato a ene koma lumba busuafo se menene wo problem ntem wate the best way is mikunu no me do no nti eden ya kuna no me pese me nso ye kuna ama mikunu busuafo no beti ase wo di dwato afa ye himfu bi so bia ka ko hu ba fo kantankranti wo manhia ana se chief of staff ko bi wedu di koto nanim a enya dia ba fo kantankranti betumi afra abusuafo ne mo se ne ga nem ne design Tupac ba fo kantankranti suma me ko fre Tupac ba se Serwah adu ani odimi nkawe manhia kasa omuntimi nkahwe enso nipa bi na ye ni yodom sana akowie de awie tie nyina ye pantua hofo na me de me se no mafa mo adwene me ankasa de kuri amtimi matumi hofo na ya na fi de se wo se 1 2 4 Africa dem dada but to de me kan ho asem akiri enti de me kan se ya tag ya tag de
ko ayi so atacross now
no ye fasiwa
mate
Oh, Fifi. There be the make a chat on say, you find your addition, ma, ye the same mistake, the meeting my can no.
Yemfanya adisia na yes our mistake ni bio. Your topics not doors but then the meaning say you betumi akom. Nyame adma next week. You be maintaining the same topics na era ni nyina true. You be he say yensa betumi aka lawyer man aba bi mu a aba mind the other part of the story no na you conclude. Say you na doctor request you know. Na nko my education. Me I think the education part no and anka be here me more things we need to do and things we ought not to do. I think the whole part and boy and pa going forward. Ebusiafo, da be shira munyina, me da munyina say mobile but my quick my main kind comment here and say ya sorry so we every patient who patient your kind say Abraham or say she should stand to and then from Cecilia Mama Akosua being too quiet is not good. And then also way so free wanna okay, I think that's my last comment on there. Bye, you know. Yeah, but sorry so na yako. Eda munyina say, ya me ya adom a that's ende. Be sa ba betena se biom na di urade di adom ye no. Na ya hwe na ya bobo so. Eda munyina say. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much for being part of the family. Thank you for watching. As I said, this show is always on YouTube, Facebook, also, and then Instagram. If I show YouTube, Kofi's Spotlight. But Kofi is now just one word, and then Kofi Spotlight TV. Wait me and subscribe to the channel. I feel so over Facebook and also Kofi Spotlight. If I show me follow or Instagram. Kofi Spotlight na we follow so e wo ho na bibia tumi ayaka so kwa yan YouTuber your channel no ho am pacho you di nkomo ahoro bebre we talk about beautiful things that is happening in Ghana as well as this very program. Other events might also be coming your way. Pure political show will be coming your way. Oko anefi adma kofo bo YouTube and also a hobbit me subscriber and also maybe be to me every year period. I don't want to say me aduma da sene said the American de bi onyankopon anhira wo a wo hwe me a me mpene da. God bless you. Take care. Next week.